Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about free feeding and why it's a bad idea. So let's start by explaining what free feeding is. Free feeding is the act of placing a dog's food on the ground and then allowing them to eat it at their own leisure. So some people will give the entire day's worth of food and the dog will have that throughout the day, or then other people will just always make sure that the bowl is full so that the dog can eat it as it wishes. Many people will free feed without even knowing it and not realize what the repercussions are. So let's talk about those. There are 4 major reasons why free feeding is a bad idea. And the first one is that you can't monitor your dog's food intake if you're constantly filling up the bowl. So when a dog has something wrong with them medically, the first thing that the vet asks is if its eating schedule is a little bit different. And if you're constantly filling up the bowl, you have no idea if they're eating more or if they're eating less than usual. Also, in a home with more than one dog, there could be one dog who's eating more and one dog who's eating less, and you have no way of knowing that if you constantly just leave the food out for them to eat. Monitoring your dog's food intake is important in maintaining a healthy diet. So if you have no idea how much your dog is eating, they could be overeating and then become overweight, which obviously has medical problems of its own. The second reason why free feeding is a bad idea is you have no control over your dog's bowel movements, which may sound kind of funny, but when you keep your dog on a consistent eating schedule, then you'll better be able to deduce when your dog is going to go to the bathroom. So your dog will have less accidents in the house, and you'll also be alerted to if something is a little bit wrong. So if your dog is going to the bathroom more or going to the bathroom less, you'll be able to know when it's out of the ordinary. The third reason why free feeding is a bad idea is ants. If you have food out all the time for your dog, it's more likely that ants are going to come to eat that food. I don't think I need to describe to you why having ants in your house is a bad thing. I think you know that. And the fourth reason why free feeding is a bad idea is it disrupts the leadership hierarchy. So in order for a dog to feel safe and comfortable, they need to know what to expect with their day, which means that you as a leader need to show them what to expect. You need to set up certain routines. If the dog is able to eat whenever it wants, then it knows that it doesn't need you in order to be fed. There's always food available. Whereas if you put the food down and then you take it away after a certain amount of time, the dog understands that you are the leader, you control the food source, and it needs you in order to survive. So if you are free feeding your dog now and you want to move away from that, the first thing that you need to know is how much food your dog actually needs. So on the packaging of dog food, there will be some information on the back that will tell you how much your dog needs, but this is more of a guideline than an absolute amount. So it really depends on your dog's metabolism and how much exercise they get in the day. So figure out how much your dog actually needs per day in order to be healthy. Now divide your dog's food up into meals. So most dogs will eat 2 to 3 meals per day. Set a timer when you're going to feed your dog for 10 minutes and then place the food down. So if your dog takes a few bites and then walks away ignoring the food, you will still take the food away after 10 minutes regardless of if it's eaten or not. Your dog will not starve in this way. You will still give that food, but you'll give it at the next meal. Basically what we're teaching our dogs here is that when we take the food away, the buffet is closed. So they can no longer eat whenever they want. So they have to learn to eat when we present them with that food. Most dogs will understand the concept after just a few times of doing this, and they'll settle into their new routine of eating meals as opposed to eating a buffet. By doing this, you're not only controlling your dog's food intake, which will keep him healthy, but you're also establishing leadership, which will strengthen your relationship because he'll feel safe knowing that you're taking care of him. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any more questions about how to transition your dog away from free feeding, then you can let me know in the comment section below and I would be happy to answer that. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and I will see you next time. Hi, little buddy. What you doing? What did you do to your bed? Did you roll it up? That's a really weird way of sleeping on your bed. Oh, hi. Hi, buddy.